My wife left me on the side of a deserted road. Rain hammered down, drenching me to the bone. She rolled down the window before pulling away, her voice cold as glass. "You need a lesson." I didn't argue, didn't beg. I just watched the red glow of her taillights vanish into the storm. Minutes later, headlights appeared. A black truck slowed, steady and deliberate. The door opened. My bodyguard stepped out, calm as ever. No words needed. I climbed in, and I smiled, because her cruelty had ended the moment she believed I was powerless. She never realized lessons can cut both ways. The drive home was silent. The rain softened against the glass, and I stared out at the blur of passing fields. She thought humiliation was power. She thought leaving me stranded would diminish me. But humiliation is temporary. Betrayal, however, leaves fingerprints. Her cruelty wasn't new. It had been building for months. The dismissive smirk when I spoke, the late nights she couldn't explain, the perfume lingering on clothes she hadn't worn near me. At first, I ignored it. Then I rationalized it. But silence is its own form of preparation. Every act of disrespect had already hardened into evidence in my mind. Every lie had sharpened me. Tonight wasn't the beginning of her betrayal. It was simply the moment she handed me permission to end it. I began quietly, methodically. Phone records first. Burner numbers logged at odd hours. Patterns emerging. Then credit card statements. Charges at hotels, bars, restaurants she never mentioned. Her lies weren't clever, just consistent. I hired no investigators. I didn't confront her. I played the role she believed in, the docile husband, the blind fool. But I saw everything. The turning point came with the photos. My guard tailed her when I couldn't. Her hand on another man's arm. Her smile, rehearsed but genuine, the one she never wore for me anymore. I studied them without reaction. No rage, no heartbreak, just confirmation. Every soldier knows you never waste ammunition on warning shots. You wait, you aim, and when the time comes, you don't miss. The truth arrived not as an explosion, but as a whisper. DNA results from a private test I had run months earlier. Our child, my supposed legacy, not mine. The paper in my hand weighed more than any weapon I'd ever carried. The deception had not just been marital, it was blood deep. That night I placed the results on the dining table. When she came home dripping with the scent of someone else, she froze at the sight of the envelope. "What's this?" she asked. I didn't answer. I just slid the page across. Her eyes scanned the results. Her face crumbled, piece by piece, like plaster breaking under water. She whispered, "You weren't supposed to know." The words revealed everything. I stayed still, calm, my silence louder than any rage could have been. She reached for me. I leaned back. "Please," she started. I cut her off with the faintest smile. "I already know everything." I handed her the photographs, the receipts, the phone logs, one after another, stacked like charges in a courtroom. Her breath quickened, her hands shook. She tried to explain, but each word died against the wall of evidence. Finally, I stood, looked her in the eye. "You taught me a lesson," I said softly. "Now I've given you one. You'll live it every day." I didn't scream. I didn't strike her. I simply walked away, leaving her surrounded by the ruins of her own making. The house is empty now. She calls, she texts, begs for a chance to explain, to rewrite history. But I don't answer. Control isn't about force. It's about silence. And silence is the one thing she cannot survive. I feel no pity, no longing, only clarity. She thought abandonment was power, but she was wrong. Because power isn't in leaving someone on the side of the road. It's in watching them collapse when they realize you've already left them behind. And I left her the moment the rain hit my skin.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.